Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, class? This is it's pretty well along in the semester here, and today we're going to be talking about two things in particular. One is going to be your final report. We're going to go over the outline of that with you, and the other is going to be your what's it? Oh, the employer evaluation. Okay. So Amanda, which one should we do first here?
I'd say the final report.
Final report. All right. Now, this whole semester you've been working on a project, or maybe you're going to start tonight. But your project has to be something meaningful and something you and your supervisor agree on. And in the past, we've had people, do projects, and then they submitted the projects to us, and the projects had some sensitive information on it from the company. So we want you to be able to do a really good project for them, but we don't need to see the actual project that you do for them. I just want you to do a report about the project you do with them, because that way, if there's sensitive information in there, that can be kept with the company, and then you can just tell me what you did. Okay, so I want you to understand that. So the project you're going to turn in doesn't have to be that long, but we have 6 questions we want you to follow. And you're just actually going to go onto Blackboard, and you're going to, when you're on Blackboard, what was that?
That was just someone joining.
Oh, just some other person joining? Okay, great. Okay, well, I'll find out later on who just joined. But, so you're going to go to Blackboard, and you're going to, well, let's just do that, Amanda. Let's just take them to Blackboard and show them where they're going to go, okay?
I just have to share screen first. All right. So we're on Blackboard, and you go under course content.
So under course content, and this is of course in the internship class, for those of you who are confused about that. Go to course content.
And then you scroll down to final project for internship.
Final project for internship. That seems to be pretty self-explanatory, I think. I like that. When they open that up, they find a document there, right?
Yep.
And is that a downloadable Word document?
Yeah, it should automatically download for you when you click on it.
Okay, so you can download it to your computer. Now you got the Word document. Now some of that stuff in there you're not going to include in your final report, but because it just explains what might be a good project and that sort of thing, right, Amanda?
Yeah. There's
a preliminary stuff there. How about just give me some of the categories there that we've got?
Sure. The first is the internship project itself, and it just says how each student will complete an executive level project for their employer during this semester. The project should fulfill the following conditions. Do you want me to read through them?
Yeah, would you mind go over them quickly?
Sure. Number 1, it must be agreed by your employer. Number 2, it should serve a useful purpose for your employer. Number 3, it should require about 25 hours of your time. Number 4, your employer may elect not to pay you for the time you spend on the project.
Yeah, so this might be like for example, suppose you're a front desk agent someplace. Well, that's not exactly management level work, but it's very good experience. But so the purpose of your report is, because you have to have at least 25 hours management level. So the purpose of your final project is that you do an executive level, piece of work for them. So maybe they want you to do an analysis of length of stay or average daily rate by segment or something like that. Something that would be really useful for them. Well, they may not pay you for that. In other words, they may say, well, listen, you're a front desk agent. That's great, but this is an executive level thing. I'm not going to pay you for this time. That's okay with us. In other words, you don't have to be paid for your project time. And that's another reason why you may not include the entire project to us, because when you're reporting it, because obviously if you were doing analysis of average daily rate by segment for the company you work for, that's not something they want to see in a report that we get.
And number 5 is the project should be an executive level.
Yeah, which executive level, I think, yeah.
And then the next is just examples of worthwhile projects.
Yeah, you can read through that. I guess you should let me know what the. I guess they should do. They should let me know what the project is, right, Amanda?
Yeah.
Yeah, what your project you're doing, because I want to make sure that that's something good. So, yeah, and make sure you notify me. And Amanda, can we actually create a discussion board on Blackboard where they're going to tell me what their project is?
Yeah, I can do that.
That'd be great. Let's do it that way.
Okay. And then the next.
That sounds like a good quiz question, by the way.
The next category is the important thing is to make it useful.
Yeah, make sure it's useful for the employer.
Make it permanent.
Oh, so this is going back and explaining those 5 things we talked about before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we just go right down through there.
And then here's the form you will need to fill out.
All right. So this is the form. So what you're going to do is you're going to download this to a fresh Word document, just this part of the form, and let's go through those, Amanda.
Number 1 is background information. Your name, the position you hold, your employer or supervisor's name and title, and the company name, etc. How long did you work there?
Yeah, and contact information, that sort of thing for the company.
And then, oh, it went away. Hold on. There we go. Number 2, a description of your project.
All right.
What did you do? Why did you decide to do this project? What are the goals of this project? And how many hours of your time did it take?
All right.
Number 3, what made this project important to your employer? Did it impact things like guest service, bottom line, employee knowledge? Employee knowledge. Number 4, what were the exact steps in the project? What did you do exactly? Remember, we don't need sensitive information here. Don't give us the results unless they are not sensitive.
Okay.
Number 5, how did you present the results of your project to your employer?
Yeah, I'm really interested in this to see how what format you use, and did you make a video like you did for your job tour video, for example? Did you put together a PowerPoint presentation and make a screencast-o-matic video, which I think is one of the best ways to do this, along with written stuff.
And number 6, what feedback did your employer give you about the project and your presentation?
Yeah, and if you want to have your employer write something and include that in there, that's fine. Okay, so this whole thing should be, I'm guessing, maybe 10 or 12 pages. Haven't they run that about on average before, I think, Amanda?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't skimp. Be precise. By the way, anytime you can use tables or charts, that's very good. I don't want to just see 12 pages of typed, writing there. You can include pictures, that kind of stuff. So, make it look nice and neat.
And I think that's it for the.
Yeah, and I just thinking, do we have anything in here about how I like pictures and charts and graphs to be included in a paper?
I do not.
I have real specific requirements for that, so we will put something up about that. Let me just tell you this: all charts and graphs need to be sized to fit nicely on your page. In other words, I don't want to see a 12-page report and it's 12 big charts with one line under each one. They should be small. And when you're writing a report and using charts and graphs, I really like double column. I just think that's nice with the words formatted around it. And each chart, each graph, each figure, each picture ought to be numbered and ought to have a caption and ought to be set off, by itself with some sort of border so that the text is separated from it. Okay? Great quiz questions, by the way.
And then once you're done with the form, if you go back to Blackboard under course content, there's a section saying submit final projects here, and you will just upload your form to the discussion board there.
Okay, everybody got that? Excellent. Any questions?
Nope.
No questions? Good. All right. Let's talk about the employer evaluation. Now, the employer evaluation, this may shock you, is going to be filled out by the employer. Okay? And I'd like to have the employer send it from their email address. In other words, I don't want you guys, telling me it's from your employer and having it come from your Stockton address. And what happened was you just downloaded it and filled it out for yourself. So there's got to be some way that this goes, from the employer. And actually, I think, I think we'll have them send their employer evaluations to Tara Marsh.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll put her email address on Blackboard. Okay. So here's how you find the employer evaluation form. You're going to go to quain.typepad.com/internship.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a blog website that we put together. And what number on that is the employer on the right-hand side under categories? What number is the employer
it's
evaluation?
1.1.3.
1.1.3. So you're going to click on that to open it, and then you'll be able to download the form. Now, what I would suggest you do is have your employer download the form, and then they can fill it out, and then they can scan it and send it right to me.
And if for some reason it does not download, there's a hard copy of it within the blog. They can just copy and paste into a document.
Oh, okay, good. There we go. Yeah, we want to make sure that there's no technology fails here. Okay. So now that's got to be filled out by your employer, and then this becomes part of your grade. I think it's 20% of your grade. I forget what it is, Amanda, but so that's something the employer.
Okay.
We're back on?
I guess so. Yeah.
Are we still recording,
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay, we had some kind of glitch here. So now both the project report and the employer evaluation are due by April 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a hard and fast date. So make sure your employers get that evaluation into Tara. Okay, tara.marsh@stockton.edu. And so, and actually, we'll have you send the report there as well. Okay, send the report to tara.marsh@stockton.edu. And we'll put instructions on the website there for you. Okay? How about are there any questions out there?
Yeah, Wes has a question.
Oh, Wes has a question.
Go ahead, Wes.
Hey.
Hey, Wes.
So my general manager is actually doing performance reviews this week. Would that be acceptable for a evaluation?
No, have him do our form as well.
Yeah, I mean, but she can include both, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't have to get her to do another.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Just as long as it's on our.
Awesome.
As long as you fill out our form as well. That's
cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
Good to talk to you. Any other questions? All right, that's good. So look for the quiz on this. It's coming up shortly. Spread the word. We're still missing a couple of job tour videos. Actually, I know a couple people who are actually on this webinar. We're missing your videos. We will be scheduling another webinar before the end of the semester, so keep an eye on that. I know I didn't have one scheduled originally, but hey, well, by the way, while we're here, anybody just want to share with us how your internship is going? Wes, how about you? You want to share a few things with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I've found that it's going very well. All my education has really helped me. I'm in a human resource class right now, and our store's biggest problem is training and development. So I've been able to use what I've learned in class, and then even from our big foods class last semester, creating an Excel spreadsheet to like manage we have 2 cash drawers. So I just made a spreadsheet that you guys showed us last semester, and it helped organize and count our drawers down at the end of each shift. So it's been pretty productive for myself. And I apologize. I will get my job tour video up. I just took the pictures yesterday, so I have to put it all together, and then I'm posting. I apologize.
I'm glad that you caught on to my thinly veiled hint as to who won. It.
Well, I figured it was myself. Yes.
Great. What POS system do you guys use there?
We use Aloha. My plan was I wrote out a little bit of what I was going to talk about. It's in my, it's going to be in my job tour because it's a huge part of our back of house, like the back of house office connected to the front. Another thing that we did in the big foods class was setting up a POS.
How was it pretty universal what we did? In other words, the stuff we did with Counter, did that pretty much sync up with what you're doing on Aloha?
Yes, but we have a different system that I believe is not associated with Aloha. It just crunches the data that Aloha can output.
Oh, okay.
It's called, like, they call it an economic research system. ERS is what we know it as, and it's tailored to each store. So our Aloha data gets sent to our corporate location, and then our Aloha data comes back to us to the back of house in the form of like a more organized setting. So all of our daily variances are pretty much done as long as our counts are accurate as managers. So we input that, and then it goes out, it gets checked and sent back just to make sure that we don't over order and mess up our cost of sales. We're supposed to keep a 33% cost of sales at a maximum, and our store this month is actually at 38%. So I've been working on ways to lower our cost of sales. And after listening to this webcast, I figured that would be a good topic for my final paper.
Excellent. That'd be a really excellent topic for your project. Yeah.
Now, any suggestions on my biggest difficulty is communicating that effectively to other managers.
Yeah. Well, you give me a call and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Absolutely. Thank you.
Very good, Wes. Thank you. Anybody else want to share with us how things are going for you? No? All right. Well, listen, good job, everybody. Keep it up, and get all that stuff in, and don't forget to take the quiz for this. Talk to you soon.